if you're going to claim to be oppressed or persecuted in any way, shape, or form, you got to have your facts straight, okay? You got to make sure that we don't have what you actually said on video.
Never in a million years did I think the thing that people were going to freak out about was me encouraging other women to get married and have kids. But here we are.
Here we are, once again, conservatives screaming the left just hates babies anytime they get any sort of pushback to the ridiculous things they say that have anything to do with kids. Because she knows she didn't just say have more babies. She said this.
If you're not encouraging your children to grow up and have the courage to get married and have kids, more kids than they can afford before they think they're ready, it is high time to start.
And this is their playbook every time. Instead of taking a second to consider why telling young women to have more babies than they can afford might be problematic considering the cost of living in the United States right now, they use any pushback as an on-ramp to continue the lie that the left is anti-family. They scream incessantly, see, we are right. The left hates babies. No, most of us like babies. What we hate is when independently wealthy conservative women who owe their wildly successful careers to the feminists they claim ruined the world tell younger women to do things they themselves didn't and wouldn't do, but also things they actively vote against, because conservatives 100% of the time vote against policies that support their actual agenda. You want more tradwives? Raise the minimum wage so women can stay home. You want more breastfeeding? Give us paid leave. And for the love of God, if you want more babies, make it free for everyone to give birth to them. Because P.S. social programs are how you get people to want to make more people. Pass it on.
Everything she said is 1,000% accurate, but put all of it to the side for a moment. Just look at the numbers, look at the data. The liberals, the left, the Democrats are the ones that are opposed to the family unit and the babies. And then why do we have the most people? Why are the blue urban areas the largest population centers? Because we're not having kids. And the red rural areas where the Christian conservatives are have the smallest populations. We're not anti-kid. Hell, I got 4 kids. I'm a Gen Xer who has fathered a millennial, 2 Gen Zers, and a Gen Alpha. I am definitely not anti-kid. But this persecution kink on the right is to say, you told people to go into debt. You told people to do things that they couldn't afford to do. That world doesn't exist anymore. My wife and I had kids when we couldn't afford to have kids. We looked at each other and said, if we wait until we're financially ready, we'll never have kids. But that was at a point in time where you could buy a house relatively inexpensively. You could go to McDonald's and get meals for the 2 of you for under $7. You could go to the grocery store and spend $70 for the week and have plenty of food. That world doesn't exist anymore. At least it doesn't exist currently. So while young people can't afford rent or car payments or health insurance, you're telling them to bring more people into the world that they're financially responsible to. That is not exactly the wisest of advice. That's why you got pushback. Not because you told people to get married and have kids. Stop twisting what it is you said. We have it on video.